Senators earlier held a session to discuss a possible lifting of the ECQ in Metro Manila and what it would imply for the transport sector. To loop us in on that discussion, we have Mean Los Baños reporting live from Pasig City. Mean, what's it looking like for the transport sector, at least from the point of view of our senators?
Yes, just senators discussed on how the transportation sector will actually cope with the expected influx of passengers with vehicles' capacities reduced or limited due to the need for social distancing. And this came even before President Duterte could decide whether or not he will lift the quarantine protocols in Metro Manila in the weeks to come.
Once Metro Manila is placed under General Community Quarantine or GCQ, an estimated 3.4 million people will be traveling to work. About 30% of them have private cars, while over 2 million workers will rely on public vehicles like buses and jeepneys. Lawmakers asked the Transportation Department how it plans to meet this demand, with buses and jeeps only allowed to carry half their normal capacity.
There is a hierarchy or preference of public transport. The unit that will bring as many people, considering the reduced capacity of our public transport, would be prioritized. And that would be, insofar as land-based public transport, that would be the buses, and goes all the way down to the modernized jeepney, and then down to the traditional jeepneys and the vans. That would also include not just the buses that run on the regular bus routes, but also the P2P buses.
The LTFRB, on the other hand, is suggesting the rationalization of bus routes in the nation's capital. From 96 routes for city buses, the agency is proposing to cut that number to just 29 routes. This will shorten each trip but will increase the total number of trips each bus can make daily. Ideally, this will also increase the number of passengers each bus can shuttle every day.
Yung EDSA po kasi, halos lahat po ng buses natin north to south or south to north, diyan dumadaan sa EDSA. No? So ngayon, ang gagawin po natin sa EDSA is parang connector na lang. Meaning, every kalsada may route po ng mga bus and then bababa sa dulo. So mas bibilis po ang biyahe nila kasi matagpa-decongest po yung EDSA natin. And then second po, kaya po minsan nakikita natin po ng pulo lagi ang bus dahil ang tagal ng turnaround. Tapos ito 3 hours from north to south, pero kung yan po yung iruruta natin ng kanya-kanyang kalsada na mas kakasya po yung ating mga pasahero.
Authorities are likewise urging companies to provide vehicles that will shuttle their employees from their houses to the office and back.
If I may, and this is our appeal, to utilize shuttle service for at least 2 reasons. One, makakasiguro, or at least 3, makakasiguro yung kumpanya na dadating talaga sa oras yung mga empleyado nila. Pangalawa, and I would like to appeal, baka pwedeng ilibre ng mga kumpanya para naman dagdag gastos doon sa mga empleyado na pagpupunta sila sa trabaho sa kanilang mga kumpanya. Pangatlo, from a public transport point of view, maibsan ang pressure ng mga trabahante to take the public transport.
Meanwhile, social distancing will not only be practiced inside PUVs, but also in all pick-up and drop-off points, including terminals.
Maglalagay tayo ng mga bus stops po, no, na meron ng mga markers for physical distancing. Hindi na po pwede yung dating ginagawa ng mga kababayan natin na sa kalsada umihinto at nagpapara. Well, they need to follow, no, na pumila ng tama. And I think, no, this is the right time na mga pagbabago natin sa ating transportation.
But one mode of transportation is facing more challenges than others, the MRT. From 390 passengers, each wagon will only be allowed to carry 51 people once the rail resumes operations. That's just a little over 10% of its regular capacity.
Saan po mag-uurahan yung mga tao kung sino makakapasok na? Wala tayong magagawa kasi nga dito dahil sa social distancing requirement. Pero siguro dapat maghahanda tayo dahil doon pa lang sa baba, magkakagulo na sa pila.
Just despite the revenue losses that the operators and drivers are bound to suffer, the transportation officials assured the public that there will be no fare hike. Instead, they will be asking the government for subsidies to be given to the operators and drivers. Jess?
Well, man, exactly how will the government be handing out these subsidies? Are we talking about the possibility of releasing fuel coupons?
Fuel subsidy, tama. Yung naiisip dito ng DOTR. Basically, DOTR claims that after they presented this to the IATF, it was already adopted. What is being finalized right now is the mechanism on how to distribute yung fuel subsidy, how to download the money, and to make sure that the operators and drivers will receive it. 1,300 for buses and 1,200 pesos for buses and 360 pesos para sa mga jeep, Jess.
May sinabi ba yung Transport Department kung lahat ng mga sasakyan na pasok doon sa 29 na mga ruta na pinaplano nila kung sakali ay papayagang bumiyahe o kakailanganin ba nilang mag-apply ng special permit para makabiyahe doon sa 29 na ruta na yon?
Tama ka, Jess. Kailangan nila mag-apply ng special permit. And basically, kung yung EDSA yung pinag-uusapan natin, yung babaguhing ruta doon sa EDSA, bus lang ang pwede dyan. Kasi ang sinasabi nga ng DOTR tsaka ng LTFRB, meron silang preference or priority. Priority yung bus kasi sila yung may pinakamaraming pwedeng isakay despite yung kanilang limitation nga doon sa social distancing. After, kung hindi pa raw enough yung mga bus, tsaka palang papasok yung mga motorized. And then, pag hindi pa rin sapat, saka palang papasok siya yung traditional jeepneys. And just to add, Jess, sinasabi ng LTFRB ngayon pa lang, 70% ng lahat ng public vehicles hindi talaga makakabiyahe under GCQ. Nasa 30% lang yung papayagan nilang bumiyahe. To make sure nga raw na maluwag pa rin ang kalsada, babaguhin na lang yung mga ruta to make sure din may social distancing, Jess.
But at least for the buses that will be allowed to ply those 29 routes that you mentioned, how is a DOTR going to assure that social distancing is going to be observed?
Mahirap. Actually, yan din yung tanong ng mga senators kanina. How can you be sure na talagang layo-layo, 1 meter or 1 seat apart, no? Ang sinasabi kanina, ang alam kong sumagot niyan, DILG, Jesse, ang sinasabi nila, marami along the way doon sa kalsada na magbabantay. Whether taga-MMDA yan or PNP yan, wala pa tayong eksaktong detalye kung sino yan. But basically, we can safely assume there will be inspections every now and then to make sure na napapanatili yung social distancing. And I think the officials are banking on the idea that the actually consumers or yung mga passengers, sila na mismo actually at makakasanayan nila na may social distancing anyways for their own good, na hindi sila magdikit-dikit. Kaso ibang usapan talaga, kaya kanina medyo masakit yung ulo ni Senator po, yung sinasabi niya sa MRT. Kasi imagine from 390 to 51 per bagon yung pinag-uusapan, for sure mag-uunahan dyan. So medyo nightmare din siya. Hindi ko pa rin maisip, Jess, kung paano nila papatupad yan.
One other key stakeholder na kailangan nating bantayan, at least health-wise, would have to be the drivers. Paano natin ma-assure that there's going to be a limit in terms of the physical contact?
Ang malino na pag-usapan kanina, Jess, drivers ng taxis. Kasi ang taxis kasi pwede silang magsakay sa katabi nila, passenger seat, and then dalawa sa likod. So basically, nabawasan lang sila ng isang pasahero. So kung ganon, sinasabi nila, Senator po, wala talaga masyadong social distancing. So I think ang ipapatupad dyan ng DOTR, may acetate daw or parang plastic cover sa gitna ng driver at nung kanyang katabi at pati dun sa may likuran. Kasi nga since wala masyadong social distancing, to make sure na pag may bumahin o pag may umubo, hindi naman sila, alam mo na, magpapasok yung laway or magiging malapit masyado sa isa't isa kasi maliit lang yung mga taxi, sedan lang yun eh. But for the jeep and the bus, wala pa kung detalye narinig kanina, taxi lang yung kanilang diniscuss na magkakaroon ng plastic covers sa pagitan ng pasahero at ng driver.
Man, any other guidelines that the government is planning to propose para nga doon sa mga drivers at mga operators in the transport sector?
Yes, marami, Jess, maraming pagbabago. Masks ay required para sa driver, konduktor at pasahero. Basically, walang pwedeng bumiyahe hanggat hindi nakamask. Kahit yung pasahero, hindi siya pwedeng pasakayin kung wala siyang mask. And then for modern PUV operators, as much as possible, yung fare collection ay dapat daw tap cards na. Hindi naman required, pero in-encourage sila para wala nang palitan ng pera, wala nang suklian, wala nang hawakan ng barya. Bus terminals, Jess, dapat may thermal scanners and of course, required mag-disinfect yung bawat unit, bus o jeep kada tapos o kada dating nila dun sa kanilang destinasyon para sure na malinis yung kanilang sasakyan. Jess.
All right, thank you for those updates. Mian Las Baños reporting live from Pasig City.